And here is the Vegan's Almanac for today, the 26th of October. Today is National Pumpkin Day. Nothing signals fall like pumpkins. But let's talk about how nutritious pumpkins are. Pumpkin gives you a hefty dose of vitamin A, which helps your body fight infections. It is particularly important for strengthening the intestinal lining, making it more resistant to infections. The vitamin C in pumpkins also plays a key role in immune health by strengthening the immune cells that respond when a pathogen is identified. There are a couple of ways in which pumpkin is good for your eyes. First, it's rich in beta-carotene, which helps keep your vision sharp by helping the retina absorb light. Secondly, the combination of the other vitamins and minerals in pumpkin protects against age-related macular degeneration. The antioxidants found in pumpkin are important for skin health. These include beta-carotene and vitamin C and E. Beta-carotene in particular protects your skin from the sun's damaging ultraviolet rays. Eating foods with beta-carotene helps improve the appearance and texture of your skin. Pumpkin contains specific nutrients that are good for heart health, particularly potassium, which helps reduce high blood pressure levels. In addition, fiber helps lower blood cholesterol levels by binding with cholesterol and preventing its absorption. Eating foods rich in beta-carotene, such as pumpkin, helps improve your metabolic health. The fiber in pumpkins also helps dull blood sugar spikes and helps your body rid itself of toxins and extra hormones. So Google some vegan pumpkin recipes and celebrate life-affirming pumpkins today. The publication of Beyond the North American Model of Wildlife Conservation, From Lethal to Compassionate Conservation by Anja Heister was on this day in 2022. The North American Wildlife Conservation Model, or NAM, is the driver of a strong anthropocentric stance which has legalized an ongoing annual exploitation of hundreds of millions of wild animals who are killed in the United States through trapping, hunting, and other lethal practices. Increasingly, the American public opposes the killing of wild animals for recreation, trophies, and profit, but has little, if any, knowledge of the model. The purpose of this book is to empower the public with knowledge about the NAM's insufficiencies and to help expedite the shift from lethal to compassionate conservation, an endeavor urgently needed, particularly under the threats of climate change, human population growth, and accelerating plant and animal species extinctions. With a focus on trapping, this book exposes the NAM's belief in human supremacy and its consequences for wild animals and their ecosystems, the same value that is driving the ongoing global destruction of nature and accelerating species extinction. Motivated by a deep concern for wild animals who suffer and whose lives are extinguished each year by sportsmen and women, this book exposes the violent treatment of wild animals inherent in governmental promoted hunting and trapping programs, while emphasizing the importance of empathy and compassion for other animals in conservation and in our lives. And here's a poem for today, When the Frost is on the Punkin, by James Whitcomb Riley. When the frost is on the punkin and the fodder's in the shock, and you hear the kyuck and gobble of the struttin' turkey cock, and the clackin' of the guineas and the cluckin' of the hens, and the rooster's hallelujah as he tiptoes on the fence, oh, it's them's the times a feller is a-feelin' at his best, when the risin' sun to greet him from a night of peaceful rest, as he leaves the house bareheaded and goes out to feed the stock, when the frost is on the punkin and the fodder's in the shock. They's something kind of hearty-like about the atmosphere when the heat of summer's over and the coolin' fall is here. Of course we miss the flowers and the blossoms on the trees and the mumble of the hummingbirds and buzzin' of the bees, but the air is so appetizin' and the landscape through the haze of a crisp and sunny morning of the early autumn days. It's a picture that no painter has the color in to mock when the frost is on the punkin and the fodder's in the shock. The husky, rusty rustle of the tossels of the corn and the raspin' of the tangled leaves as golden as the morn. The stubble and the furries kind of lonesome-like, but still a-preachin' sermons to us of the barns they growed to fill. The straw stack in the medder and the reaper in the shed, the hosses in their stalls below, the clover overhead. Oh, it sets my heart a-clicking like the ticking of a clock when the frost is on the punkin and the fodder's in the shock. Then your apples all is gathered and the ones a feller keeps is poured around the cellar floor in red and yeller heaps, and your cider making's over and your women folks is through with the mince and apple butter and their souse and fruitcakes too. I don't know how to tell it, but if such a thing could be as the angels wantin' boardin' and they'd call around on me, I'd want to accommodate 'em, all the whole endurin' flock, when the frost is on the punkin and the fodder's in the shock. Jane Whitcomb Riley's When the Frost is on the Punkin. This has been the Vegan's Almanac, with a reminder to let all creatures enjoy this wonderful life.